Hi, I'm Emma from Chile. Please like and subscribe to MSA. Show your love for MSA with their awesome bottles and notebooks. Peek at the collection in the description and pick your favorites. My childhood was tough. My parents were always fighting. But when I grew up, I met Clara, and my life started to become better. We met on the first day of high school, and I remember it like it was yesterday. Hi, is this seat taken? No? Great. I saw you sitting alone and thought you needed some company. Is that a choco chip muffin? I love them. You get the best muffins at this coffee house nearby, but if you eat too many, you might get gas or a sugar rush. Sorry, I'm blabbering a lot, right? Kind of. You'll get used to it. I'm Emma, by the way. Do you want to be my friend? Trust me, we both need friends if we want to survive high school. Oh, okay. I'd like that. I'm Clara. Since that day, we were like gum. Clara was a pretty and shy girl, and me, well, I was the weird girl with a tiny obsession for Sherlock Holmes. You better not be asking who Sherlock Holmes is. Wow, that's an interesting outfit. It's my Sherlock Holmes uniform, Clara. I already told you like a trillion times. Yes, of course. How can I forget? The world's greatest detective, right? The best, the biggest, the most... Wait, are you teasing me? Wow, you figured it out. Guess you are good at detecting things. It's elementary, dear Watson. What? Oh, never mind. But despite my weirdy personality, Clara always stuck by my side until one day, everything started to break. I was coming back from school and saw Mom going crazy in rage. She was screaming at Dad, throwing his stuff outside, while Dad just looked like a deer in the headlights trying to stop her.
Let go of my hand. That's it. I can't live with someone who scams others. We're done. Get out of my house.
Please, not in front of Emma.
Why? She should know what kind of father she has. Tell her how you scammed people into investing money in your little Ponzi schemes. Tell her that you're a liar and a crook. Go on. A mouse got your tongue?
Mom kept screaming at Dad, and I just couldn't take it, so I ran away to my room and locked my door. Mom followed me and was still screaming, but I just lay on my bed, trying not to cry. And later that night, she came into my room.
I know you feel horrible, darling, but it's for the best. Your father was a good guy, but now he prefers money over his own family.
But what happened?
I don't know, dear, but I do know that you and I are going to be just fine. We're a team. Remember that, okay?
The next day, I went to school feeling worse than ever, but I saw Clara and I got a little happy. Hey, I had the most awful day yesterday. Can we skip classes and talk? I really need to vent. And why do you think I have the time to listen to you whine? Excuse me? Clara started to walk away from me, but I stopped her. No, wait, I don't understand. Did I do anything wrong? We can talk about it. Oh, God, if I have to listen to you talk one more time, I will kill myself. I don't even know how your parents tolerate you. You're so childish and annoying. I can't be around you anymore. But we're best friends. And now we're not. So please don't talk to me again. Clara left, and I felt completely broken. Did she always think of me like that? I tried to talk to Clara between breaks, but she ignored me, and she did so for the rest of the week. I had no other friends, so I just spent my time in the school library reading some Sherlock Holmes. At least the books were loyal. But one day, I was walking to my next class and saw a notebook by the lockers. I opened it out of curiosity, and what I saw blew my mind. The notebook was full of pictures of Clara. Clara going to class, Clara in the gym, Clara walking to her house. What kind of creep would do something like this? I was flipping through the pages when I noticed someone familiar in one of the photographs. It was this guy from our class, Gerardo, and he was holding a camera in a mirror reflection in the photograph. I'd seen Gerardo following Clara around in school, and I always felt that there was something off about him, but Clara would never let me chase him away. And now he was taking her pictures? This guy was a freak, and I had to do something before Clara was in some serious trouble. So I went to the principal and explained everything to her.
I can't accuse any student without real proof, Emma. I mean, Gerardo is the official photographer for our yearbook. He could be taking pictures of anything else. But if you feel so strongly about this, I'll tell the teachers to be on the alert, okay?
But nothing ever happened. Since telling the principal blew up in my face, I fell back on the one thing that I knew would work, my awesome detective skills. I spent the entire night stalking Gerardo on social media, but it was a dead end. The only possible solution was to confront him. But the next morning when I entered school, I saw Clara walk in with Gerardo looking completely different. Her face was painted with makeup, and her hair was all red. Oh my God, Clara, what happened? Did a radioactive spider bite you or something? What happened to your hair? And what's with the makeup?
Can you stop touching her, you freak, and get out of the way?
I wasn't talking to you, creepy stalker. Clara, what are you doing with him? Did he torture you? Do you need my help?
She doesn't need anything from you, so get lost if you have nothing to say.
Clara didn't look at me, so I walked closer to her, ignoring Gerardo's protests, and pulled out the notebook. Clara, this guy is a stalker. He's been taking your pictures since God knows when. Look, he's even in one of these pictures. Can you see that tiny little reflection in the background? Clara ripped the notebook out of my hands and finally looked at me. me, angry. What part of I don't want to be your friend didn't you understand? I don't care about your little detective games, okay? It's not a game. This guy is creepy and weird, and my boyfriend? He's my boyfriend, okay? Now stop insulting him with your dumb games and get out of my face. Clara stormed off before I could ask any questions, but Gerardo stayed, smiling at me.
Thank you for finding my notebook. I was worried about losing my favorite photos of my girlfriend.
Listen, I don't know how you brainwashed her, but she's not like that.
I didn't do anything to her. I just offered her a quick way to earn money.
What did you make her do?
Why don't you ask her?
He left with a victorious grin on his face, and I started to feel really worried about Clara. The next day, after the end of the school day, I was determined to save Clara any way I could, so I decided to follow Gerardo like a shadow. After a while, I saw him slipping through the school back gate and entering a scary dark alley. I hid behind a pillar and saw him wait there, and moments later, a bunch of guys came in on their motorcycles, each scarier than the next.
How you feeling about tomorrow, boss?
Pretty good. You have the motorcycle I asked for?
Yeah, it's in Clara's house.
Perfect. I taught Clara everything she needs to know about riding motorcycles, and I've told her to meet us right here tomorrow. I'm telling you, Clara's so ready for this race. She's gonna nail it.
And what if she doesn't?
Then we train her more till she can. But don't worry, I can feel that money is ours already.
Everyone started cheering in celebration, so I got out of there before they saw me. I ran until I found a bench and sat down. Clara was participating in a motorcycle race? Why? I had so many questions, but right now, the only thing on my mind was to save Clara from this dumb race. The plan was simple. I was gonna go to the dark alley after school and wait for Clara to show up, and then I would just grab her arm and run till we were safe. So the next day, I went to the alley extra early and waited for everyone to show up. Everyone, including Gerardo, was around, but Clara was nowhere in sight. Half an hour went by, and when she didn't show up, I decided to leave. But my jacket got caught in one of the boxes, and I fell, and all eyes turned to me. Whoopsie! I was just making sure there was no rats here. I think it's safe to say that this place is officially rat-free. Okay, bye! I turned around to run for my life when suddenly Clara popped in front of me, looking like a raging bull. I thought I asked you to stay away. I just want to help you, Clara. This is too much. I don't know what's happening with you, but I can help. How? You didn't even know your father's a scamster till your mom told you. I know you think you're some great detective and you can help everyone, but no, Emma, you can't. You have to stay away from this. Get that in your thick skull and leave me alone. I know you're saying this to hurt me, and I am hurt, I won't lie. But Clara, this is too dangerous and—
Okay, enough. My head's hurting listening to your annoying voice. Lock her up.
Wait! Clara tried to protest, but someone dragged me into a room nearby, took off my backpack, threw me in, and shut the door. I could hear Clara almost crying, so I pressed my ear to the door, trying to hear outside. I know she's in trouble, but you can't leave her here.
You need to focus right now. We'll come back for her later, I promise. Now get on the motorcycle. You've got a race to win.
I tried to scream for help, but I gave up after a while and just sat down on the floor. Ugh, how did I let this happen? I spent hours walking in circles and knocking on the door, but then I suddenly came up with an idea. I'd read in the Sherlock Holmes books how to pick locks with a hairpin, so I took the one I had in my hair and started to try it. Something clicked, and all of a sudden, the door opened. Bullseye! I knew I had it in me. Okay, now focus. I left the alley and started to run without direction, but then I heard sounds of motorcycles. I went down a stone stairway and found a giant tunnel full of motorcycles and people. And Clara! But before I get Clara out of there, I need to do something else. Hello? 911? Come to Keller Street, down the stone stairway, and hurry up. There's an illegal motorcycle street race happening. Can you provide me with your name? There's no time. Hurry up! I hung up and ran down the stairs. All the motorcycles were already lined up, and Clara was on one of them. I could see Gerardo talking to some guy, so I ran to Clara without him seeing me. Come with me. It's impossible to escape from you, right? You can roll your eyes later. Just get off this thing and come. Emma, you don't understand. I found out a week ago that my parents declared bankruptcy, and we might have to move to a homeless shelter. He's a liar. Look at that nose on his face. It's so plastic and fake. You can't trust him. His nose was really crooked. You should have seen— Wow, great story. Let's save it for another time. Now come. Just as Clara stepped down from the motorcycle, we heard police sirens outside. I pulled Clara away before Gerardo or anyone else could frame her. How? Shh, you're a suspect. If anyone asks why you're hiding behind this bush, pretend that you're from a really exotic island,
You know, maybe you're collecting a...
Emma, I'm such an idiot. I've ruined everything. My grades, my life, my future, our relationship. Gerardo told me not to talk to you anymore because he wanted me all to himself. Emma, I am so sorry about everything. I just really need my friend right now.
Hey, don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. You and your family can stay with us until you guys get back on your feet. Let's just go home and get you cleaned up. I missed you.
I missed you too, Emma. Thank you.